In a remote region of England, surrounded by misty hills, stood the Blood Moon Manor. Abandoned for centuries, it was rumored to be haunted by the spirits of its former owners, victims of a brutal massacre. Villagers spoke of screams and flickering lights in the manor's windows on full moon nights. Daniel, a young paranormal investigator, decided to visit the manor to prove the existence of ghosts. Equipped with sophisticated gear and a camera, he ventured into the manor on a full moon night, determined to capture undeniable evidence. As Daniel approached the manor, he felt a chilling cold. The moon, a deep red, cast a sinister glow over the building. As he got closer, he heard indistinct whispers, crying, and moaning. He turned on his camera and entered. The interior of the manor was even more terrifying than the exterior. The walls were covered with old paintings of macabre scenes, and the air was heavy with dust and despair. Daniel set up his equipment in the main hall, where, according to legend, the massacres had taken place. Midnight approached, and the first manifestations began. Footsteps echoed in the hallways, doors slammed, and shadowy figures flitted in the dark corners. Daniel focused the camera on one of the paintings, depicting a woman crying, surrounded by ghostly figures. Suddenly, the temperature dropped sharply. Daniel saw his breath condense in the air. The camera recorded strange anomalies, luminous orbs floating in the room. A figure appeared in the doorway, translucent, dressed in blood-stained rags. The figure murmured incomprehensible words, extending a skeletal hand towards Daniel. He stepped back, but the spirit moved closer, its eyes empty and filled with suffering. More figures appeared behind it, all repeating the same plea, "Avenge us." While searching through the manor's archives, Daniel discovered that the former owners had been accused of witchcraft and burned alive by the villagers. Their spirits, tormented and angry, had been seeking justice for centuries. Daniel realized their anger was directed not only at those who condemned them but at anyone who dared enter their sanctuary. The ghosts grew increasingly aggressive, manifesting in more and more terrifying forms. Daniel tried to leave the manor, but every exit seemed blocked by an invisible force. The spirits were determined not to let him leave without fulfilling their vengeance. Panicked but determined to appease the spirits, Daniel searched for a way to lift the curse. In an old library, he found a grimoire describing a ritual to release tormented souls. He had to perform the ritual before dawn, or he would be trapped in the manor forever. Daniel gathered the necessary ingredients and began the ritual. The spirits screamed and writhed in pain as the spell progressed. Visions of the tragic events played out before him, the cries of the innocent burned alive echoing in his ears. At dawn, the ritual reached its climax. A brilliant white light flooded the manor, and the spirits, finally freed from their suffering, vanished in a cold breath. The manor, once oppressive, became silent and peaceful. Exhausted, Daniel left the manor as the sun rose. He had captured undeniable proof of the existence of ghosts, but he had also learned that some secrets might be better left buried. The Blood Moon Manor remained abandoned, a frightening legend but now at peace.